The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here we go with Lacey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Throwing is Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Here's Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. This is taken at the 15. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves. Until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. Taken in at the 22. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They fake the give. Newton. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Fresh set of downs here. Newton now to throw. It's caught by Moncrief. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arm saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think. Escaping the pressure right.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They will go for it. Now Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is fielded at the goal line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Newton. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent? Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go play action here on first down. He hits Baldwin right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Lacy. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now Wilson on second down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a handoff looking right. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously,
and my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Newton on 1st down. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing again is Newton. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Moncrief. How did he stay on his feet? A gain of 13 and also the first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. To the air again, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Bennett in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Newton completes it to Moncrief left side. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On first down, it's Newton. And now here is another interception. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad.
Eddie Lacy, see you later. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Eddie Lacy, 88 yards. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover. Now a play fake here on first down. Broken tackle. Flushed out right. Now he's forced out right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now Newton on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw again. Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Panthers on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. Newton to throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And this is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. Play action. It's Newton. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Taylor Gabriel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I think that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The play fake to Lacy. Now this is Wilson. He gets it to Baldwin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Lacy. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And, Brandon, this is what it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Now Wilson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Off the fake to Lacy, here's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sheldon Richardson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Throwing on third down, Newton. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It's complete to Grant. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 30 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Carolina first down. Now it's Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. And they're definitely showing blitz here. From the 50, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Lock it in motion right. After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And now they're in the hurry up. Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Baldwin goes in motion right. They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he knocks it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 36 yards. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Thompson not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The busy night continues for Lacy. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. From the end zone, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion. To throw from his end zone. Newton flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From his end zone, Newton on 3rd and long. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag. Is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On the counter, here's Lacey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Wilson wants to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Lacey gets the handoff from Wilson. takes it all the way down to the 3. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll run it with Lacey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you. But for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game. And no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton steps away to his left. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Back to the air. Newton on second down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cliff Averill in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. They fake the give. Newton. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to